So let's get into RCRP2, prioritization of your recovery actions. So think of it like this. If you had a large organization has a bunch of laptops, has a bunch of mobile devices, has a bunch of just a bunch of systems, right? But your most important systems are your servers. Most important systems are your servers, and maybe the routers that connect the servers to the network, and the external network and the internal network. All of your most important data that you use to do your business or your mission is on these specific servers, and the data is coming in and out on the routers and switches that are attached to it. So you know right away. So if these servers go down, if these routers and servers go down, you're done. Your mission's done. Your business is done. You've got to bring those systems up first, in the event that, in the case of Data Secure, they're on the fault line, they have a 7.6 earthquake, God forbid, and they have to turn off all their systems and all that stuff. The main thing that needs to come back up when they do recover, when the earthquake is done, they need to bring up those servers first. Now, we're not saying that the laptops and the mobile devices are not important at all. They are important, but there's a pecking order, because we know that our main functionality is going to be on those specific servers and those routers. So how are we going to define what has the highest priority? And this is what's breaking that down. So the NIST CSF RCRP02 is breaking this, how you would go about doing this. And it's important that the organization has their own method. One of the great things about the NIST CSF is it's not telling you exactly what to do. It's not prescriptive. It's telling you should have this, and then the organization is responsible for building out how that's going to get done. So in this case, you're going to define the criteria. You're going to establish the criteria, or the things that you need to prioritize. You need to prioritize essential systems. Maybe it's that the information is sensitive. Maybe it is that the system must remain available at all times. So the not only is the servers important, but the connectivity to the system is important. So your organization is going to define that criteria of what makes it a priority and what makes it important. Another thing that you're going to do is assess the impact. If this system goes down, what is the impact? And that gets right into the difference between your workstations that all your end users have versus your server. The impact there's going to be an impact for both of those. For your workstations out there, your endpoint devices, there's going to be an impact if those systems go down, right? And there's going to be an impact if the servers go down. But which one has the greatest impact to your mission or your business? And that's going to be what's going to help you to prioritize which one's more important that needs to come up, needs your immediate attention when those systems need to come back up. Resource allocation. Another thing we're going to do is once we help us prioritize, we're going to figure out, once we know like which one is going to come up, which one gets the priority of the resources, which one gets the electricity first, which one gets funding first, which one gets our time and attention first, where are resources being allocated to bring that system up first so we can recover quickly, and then how are we going to execute those actions. So for this, you will usually have like a what's called a standard operating procedure, is what is called in some organizations. I've been in organizations where they call it something else, like they'll call it a work instruction or something, a process that breaks down how we're going to bring the system up, steps 1 through 20 or 1 through 5 or whatever it is. All right. And I'm seeing people trickle in here, and I will address this. I'll talk to you guys directly. Just get your questions ready because we're going to finish this real quick. And I'm not going to go through every single category or subcategory. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what this is all about. So I gave you some examples of that one.